chemtrails. Sees all.
So that chemtrail, we're just going to look at it to see how much it widens out, and to show you that's only one, and it goes really far, all the way up to Montreal and down from Toronto, and we'll see how much it widens out in very little bit of time, the time lapse, because it gets so wide. See, there's no clouds in the sky, and it's the only thing in the sky is that bloody chemtrail, okay? And by the way, we're still in lockdown, by the way, but now they're still chemming, okay? So we're going to analyze that, see how much it widens out, and say to yourself, that's one chemtrail. That one little chemtrail is going to widen out the size of an entire project of houses. Have you all been noticing how wide one chemtrail gets, and how the edge of the plane line still remains in that big cloud? You could still see the intense, thick aluminum oxide cloud that's at the end. So we're going to look at some chemtrails really quick, but then we're going to go to some important information, which is some pulses that I'm getting in space. I got another pulse last night around Venus. What's going on? Is something approaching? Is something coming into view? I'm getting massive flashes of light. And this is the next day after having caught Venus sending signals, literally sending signals, or a whole slew. It's either a signal or, which is more believable than thinking, 16 meteors hit Venus. It would have exploded, right? Or something. Or they were small flashes. No, they were very large flashes. But you could see the disgusting sky here just before the other pulses that I'm getting at night. They're spraying, they're hiding something, guys. I'm telling you, we'll be out there watching. Thanks for watching. So after this chemtrail, it's almost done. We're going to see some halo around the sun, and then we're going to head right over to infrared research with that weird pulse that we're getting in space. So look at the chemtrail widening out. Do you see how the line of smoke from the plane is still, it hasn't moved? It's just thickening out. It's making more precipitation around it. Regular planes don't do that. Look at that. Here are two UFOs following each other side by side as they're traveling through space, meeting up with other objects, lights, different sizes, different shapes and forms, right? They're just all over the sky. But now this is leading up to yesterday's pulse. Very interesting flashes. Again, there's something coming from space that is flashing, and it's a symmetrical flash. It doesn't seem like a meteor strike to me, but then again, it could be. Is it the bright asteroid coming the 29th that we're starting to see flickers from? That would be big as hell if that's what was occurring, but it could be possible, and this is why I'm documenting all these. The flashes, signals started coming at the same time, a couple days, a day or two after, not even, after Elon Musk started sending those satellites up, the trains, the Starlink satellites. So, I mean, why are they sending those satellites up? Are those satellites watching the asteroid coming into Earth's atmosphere? Of course they're watching out for asteroids. And if they're talking to us about 3 or 4 of them coming towards Earth, well, what's happening? What's different from all the other years? So here we see them following each other side by side as they're flying through space. serene watching them. They're getting some distance from each other now. The one on the bottom seems to be going ahead a little bit faster, but just, documenting everything that I'm capturing out there. But that pulse that I got last night was exceptional. It was close to Venus. We're going to look at it. It's something that I am sure the big telescopes and the news are going to be talking to us about this month. Here's another one crossing paths of those two objects flying by. This one is going south, downwards. The other two are going east, capturing what's out there. This one's going a bit slower on the bottom. It could be debris, it could be a meteor, it could be UFO. We got UFOs, satellites, and meteors and asteroids out there. You could say to yourself, the whole kit and caboodle are out there roaming around. UFOs, meteors, asteroids. The UFOs are watching some of the asteroids, and who knows what's going on out there.
Just in the constellation of, just off to the right of the constellation of Taurus. There's another one. A big one. What the hell's that? There you go. Where? Right there.
So obviously, this video is not going to interest anyone unless you're doing probably deep science research on what's occurring recently. I mean, we just saw satellites go by Venus. A whole train of them. 2 of them, people are saying. It's over 100 satellites. Well, what would you think about the first time witnessing pulsations or pulses coming from space near Venus? And that is exactly, imagine, lo and behold, what I caught. As lucky as it sounds, yes, I'm not going to hide the fact that I was very lucky to get that, but I'm outside every single night that I can to see occurrences, right? So watch this. Absolutely incredible. There we go. We saw the same similarities as the effect that I saw, we'll see it again, on Venus. And now we are over Venus, just off to the right. And look where the pulse is going to come. It's going to come from below. So there's definitely, guys, I'm confirming, some type of pulse or light or activity or astronomical event occurring near Venus. And this is day 2 of capturing the pulses. I'll be out tonight doing a whole lot of other research to see if by any chance it's something large coming into the solar system or whatever it may be. Did you see that? UFO over top, whether it be debris, UFO, whatever, meteor, it's beside Venus, and it appears when the big flashes light up. It looks like a elongated black dark object. Okay, it looks like the Black Knight because we're far away. But it's still there. It's present while this flashing is occurring. Morse code, signal, some type from Venus. And now again, last night, another pulsating code. So what I did last night is I filmed Venus for 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I'm going to go back and watch the 4 hours, 3-4 hours of the video to be sure there's no more pulsations coming from Venus, because like some of you are mentioning, and thank you, yes, it could be an asteroid that hit behind Venus or something flashing behind it. Of course, absolutely, of course. But then again, it could be hitting Venus right now, objects, slivers of something, that we're not being able to see. And then that UFO over top. So this is day 2, second day of finding signals and pulses. They talk about it in the news, about pulses. It's interesting. They try to find out where these pulses are coming from. Is it alien life form? Who knows? Just speculatively speaking, that's what it comes down to, guys. We're not alone in this universe, and that's the beautiful part of it. And maybe, just maybe, thanks for the contributions, everyone. Crawlface, thank you so much, brother, for the ongoing support. You rock, man.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston,